Like we advertise, we'll be looking at bullying in the school system in Nigeria. Our guest is already standing by. He is very well qualified to speak on this matter. For those of you who've been following the conversation on air, online, in the news, you do know that Nigerians have been commenting in recent days on some videos making the round of students doing what some of us had been used to in our time in school, but we thought those things had ended. Or what they call them bullying. We didn't know it was bullying when we were growing up. We just thought it was one of those things, and we took it as such. But how do we, as a society, stop the cycle of bullying, not only within the Nigerian school system, but also in the Nigerian system as a whole? Will taking on cultural and religious significance as being suggested effective ways to go about breaking the cycle of bullying. We want to talk about all of this. Have you seen the videos? Are parents and guardians, teachers, as well as caretakers or caregivers to blame for what is going on in our school system? I didn't know that these things still go on. Am I saying I didn't know these things still go on? It's because we have younger children in school today. And of course, we have more modern, private schools. Okay, we have more modern and private schools. So, one would have thought that this thing will be a thing of the past. So I want to introduce our guest this morning very quickly before we throw the lines open, and of course, give you more details on what we're talking about. He is Mr. Akin Benjamin. He's a seasoned educationist, education consultant, school improvement and quality assurance consultant, and thought leader in the education sector. As an educationist and consultant, he has over 25 years experience of teaching both in the public and private schools. I read one of his interviews where he said he's just a teacher, plain and simple, but he's more than just a teacher. But now, having left teaching, he's into full consulting, helping schools achieve quality improvement. He guides them to attain and incorporate internal quality assurance systems in their operations. Now, as a teacher, he has taught at Middle Hall School. He was head of year in Atlantic Hall in Ekpe and head of school at Brick Hall School in Abuja. So he's been around. As a consultant, he's involved in training of public and private primary school teachers and head teachers in Lagos State. He's one of the few facilitators involved in training newly recruited graduate teachers in Lagos State. Yes, 2020, 2021, and 2022. He's also involved in the training of senior staff of TESCOM in Lagos. So, Mr. Akin Benjamin, good morning to you. It's good to have you on the Morning Crossfire.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us, even at short notice. Mr. Akin, have you seen Akin Benjamin? Have you seen the videos making the rounds on social media?
Yes, sadly so. I've seen the video, and yeah.
All right.
Somebody who has been in the education sector, I would not say we've not seen such before.
All right. We'll talk.
It can be very, very harrowing for the psyche of the nation.
Interesting. We'll talk some more about that. But the schooling contention, and for me, I was telling, I was talking to my wife yesterday because she's also an educationist as well, and that for me, it's not about the school; it's about the act, and those involved. But she was trying to explain to me. She said, well, if it continues and things like this go on, the school cannot be let off the hook. Well, you tell us some more about that. But not to paint the school in bad light, but this is news. It's all over the internet. Lead British Academy, your Lead British School in Abuja, is the school under the spotlight. And in the videos circulating on social media, some students can be seen. In particular video, at first one I saw was a female student, I think she's a senior, slapping another female student. I don't know if they are classmates or she's a senior, slapping another female student. Then that same female student was sitting down, the victim, and she was being slapped as well. Another video I saw, a boy was being beaten by his fellow students. And there's been outrage from Nigerians over these viral videos all over the place. We'll look at that some more. But Mr. Akin, what exactly is bullying? And is it rampant in the Nigerian school system today as it was in our time when we were all younger?
Okay, so I would quickly answer this. Bullying is repetitive, aggressive behavior where one person or group a group targets another and causing harm or distress. It's a repetitive aggressive behavior by one aggressor, who feels he or she has an upper hand, on the victim, which is the bullied, and it can happen by one person to another, can happen by a group to another group. And you ask whether it is, and then, bullying can be in various ways. Bullying can be verbal, can be, cyber bullying also. Do you understand? So bullying is in different types and all of that. But whether it is rampant or not, the issue is, I must say, this is my personal opinion, that apart from corruption, endemic corruption in Nigeria, I think a culture of bullying is ranked second, even in the society. You see, because we are seeing the school, we are seeing it show up in one of our schools, but right from the home, there is bullying at work. There is bullying at our bus parks. There is bullying. Bullying is everywhere in this country. So what we have seen the children do is a reflection of our society. Those children did not learn it from any other place other than the home and the society where they have grown up. And people wouldn't believe it. There is bullying in the home. Parents are bullying, not just the husbands bullying wives, but not only wives, parents bullying children. And, because we don't see it as bullying, a lot of bullying goes on in the home, and even at work. So adults have not stopped bullying because it's a culture that's been learned. So when we see it manifest in children at school, yes, we need to work on it because that's why schools exist, to retrain children, to educate them and inculcate values. And that is where the schools come in to make a difference.
All right. Let's look at the school system. You've been in education for quite some time now, over 25 years. What's your experience been like with student-on-student bullying, physical assault? Student-on-student
bullying will happen if teachers and school leaders are not vigilant. You see, especially in boarding schools, day schools, yes, but maybe not as rampant as boarding schools, especially in the hostels. And the work of the teacher is a very, very important one in curbing this, in early detection, in creating a culture that will not make this happen. I tell people that the boarding house personnel, the job of the boarding house personnel is a 30-hour job. It's more than 24 hours. The boarding house personnel, eternal vigilance is what it takes to work in the boarding house. I have been a boarding house master myself, and in some good schools and some that are, So we saw bullying, but the issue is how early would you detect it? What are the consequences? How do you handle it? Sometimes it's beyond. Sometimes you have to involve the home, and then find a way to ensure deterrence, and then try and see what we can do to help both the bullied and the bullied. You see, because that is so that you don't want the culture to continue. But really, yes, it does happen. But where school is very responsive and not just reacting to issues, there are things to do to ensure that that is not a pervasive culture in a school. Right? But if it's not, if nothing is done about it, it will happen, and it will happen in great dimension like we're seeing.
Okay. So we'll look at solutions before in the second part of the conversation. But you were saying that schools can be proactive in order to reduce the incidences of bullying in their institutions. Exactly. And you've talked about the causes of bullying. I want us to expand on that a little bit. You're saying it exists in our school system. Is it getting worse? Because when I was in school, and even for my seniors, you've been in the system for 25 years and more. When I was in school, and even before I got into secondary school, I remember, the tales that my seniors would tell me, that's my older ones, Sim would tell me of what is done to them in school. And I remember going into school, I also got my own fair share. But it was mostly if you did something wrong. It was mostly if you did something wrong, you could be punished. Or a senior wants to, just make you man up a bit. They can ask you to fetch water, ask you to sweep, ask you to weed, ask you to wash clothes, and all that. But it wasn't as what I see today, where, it's just plain and simple, direct, brutal physical assault. When I saw the female student slapping the victim, it reminded me of when SARS arrested me and they brutalized me. One of the things they did was to hit my face.
Yeah, because it's a culture. Bullying is a culture. Even in the police, even in our police force, bullying, is a culture. I like to really emphasize that we have a culture of bullying, in the society. We have it. So I'm listening to you.
Okay, interesting. So we have a culture of bullying in society.
Yeah.
Is it getting worse, or is compared to years ago, as you've seen, progressively? Because society is progressing.
Yes.
Society is getting more enlightened.
There are dimensions to the questions you asked. You see, today now it's the age of the internet and the global village. The entire world is a global village, and information travels faster than before. So it is not as if bullying was not rampant way back. Okay, it was, but it is not as easily and quickly reported like this. So now, because of the advancements we're having in technology and information highway and everything, it is easy now to see that this is happening because it can get to the internet as it is happening. I am also a bit aware. I want to know, were those children, were they the ones who recorded those things, or there is
CCTV?
The CCTV there that captured it.
No, it seems someone was holding a phone to record.
That is boldness. You see, because that's a time. Because we need to point out that they were recording it to do what? To show. You see, that's another level. You have bullied this child, but you want to also still cyberbully. You want to still, share the video around. What level of audacity and boldness to do evil? So the idea is, I would not say that it is less than what we had, that what was happening before. It is just that now it is more visible because of the information age and the internet. So that is how it is.
All right.
But one other thing that has also made is the idea that back in the day, and I am an apostle of positive discipline, really.
Okay.
But you see, back in the day, teachers had the weapons of they had the cane and they had all of that, to try and see those things. But now we are saying let's use less of that. But in most schools, they don't even know what to put in place, to replace their cane and their harsh way of discipline. So if people are not trained, a lot of teachers are okay, since they said we should not beat them, especially in their eyebrow schools, we should not beat them, we should just leave them. That is not it. Nobody's saying, they're saying don't be harsh like before. There are things to learn to still now maintain discipline. And that gap, that is a lacuna for most schools. All
right. So now we've moved on to the causes of bullying. You said, for instance, first that it is a societal issue.
Yeah.
I'll come back to this issue of discipline shortly. But Mr. Akin Benjamin, when you say it's a societal issue, let's just really narrow in on what aspect of society. I think that it stems from the home.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That's where it starts. I said it. I said there's a lot of bullying that goes on in homes. A lot of bullying. I mean, even in the news today, this is not likely part of it. A father was just sentenced. It's a sentence, I think, to how many years? 5 years in Abuja for sexually abusing his own child. Look, there's bullying. The way a father comes in, everybody disappears in the sitting room. The children hear the car of the father comes in, everybody disappears. The father comes in, people are watching a particular thing on television, the children are enjoying. The father comes, picks the remote and changes without even saying, oh, sorry, I need to. The father bullies, then everybody, the mother bullies in somebody.
But isn't this part of the discipline that some are used to? For instance, all those running away when the father comes, maybe
that is
fear.
No. You see, that is not discipline. You see, that is operating in fear. That is leading people by fear. It's not respect. If he goes in now, they will revert back to what they were doing. The idea is to model civility to your children in the home. Father and mother modeling civility between each other, and then modeling civility for the children to see. But you see, when you are descending on their mother, and then they too, they are not safe, or is the mother doing the same to everybody, then where is it? So they grow up seeing that, and they also replicate it everywhere they go.
I see. Mr. Benjamin, do you have you, maybe in your experience, do you teachers sometimes get complaints from students, or maybe they confide in you that there's some bullying going on at home,
Oh, yes. I mean, what we even see is worse. You see that children who come from homes where there's domestic abuse, because domestic violence, which stems off from bullying, they come to school and the level of their anger is out of this world. Okay. You see, because I've argued about 5 cases like that, where a child watches the father, bullies and violates the mother, and they couldn't help their mother. So they are bottled up. They come to school. Even if a teacher corrects them, the way they will respond, not to talk of their mates or their juniors. So they come unleashing that anger on their mates at school. And you need to see the level of anger. When I see that, and sometimes I've sent for parents and maybe mothers, and I said, well, one or two said, yeah, this happens. I said, does this happen in your house? Yes, it does. It does happen that that is ever beaten, and sometimes rich people, So, and sometimes I call them the mother. Mother said, that one is regular in the house, so this boy has seen where. Do you understand? The father beats me in his presence.
What about lack of discipline in the home, apart from domestic?
Lack of discipline in the sense that some parents are also indulgent. They indulge their children. You understand? And that you see, there are two ends of the same issue. Sometimes you can be negligent, sometimes indulgent parenting, sometimes uninvolved parenting. Do you understand? So children are growing up by themselves, and they are picking up whatever they will pick, and they are behaving the way they will. So yes, there is that dimension of the extreme laissez-faire, uninvolved, indulgent, parenting, where some people's children have become kings for them in the house. Okay, and then there's the other end where there is, harsh, parenting, that children, even what they see is worse than what goes on in some correctional centers.
All right.
Right there in the home.
All right. All right.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Akin Benjamin, stay with us. For those of you listening, we just take a message. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Have you ever dreamed of creating videos that captivate and inspire? Are you in search of that perfect space where your visual ideas can flourish? Or perhaps you're on the lookout for a venue that'll add a touch of magic to your events? Look no further. At We Entertainment Production Limited, we're not just a media production company, we're your gateway to bringing visions to life. Nestled in the heart of Lekki, Lagos, we offer an oasis for creators like you. Whether it's TV or film production, event coverage that captures every memorable moment, commercials that resonate, breathtaking music videos, the artistry of photography, or content that engages. We have it all. Plus, with our state-of-the-art studio rentals, you're equipped with professional-grade gear from the get-go. At We Entertainment Production Limited, we believe in doing beautiful things. This is our promise to you. Get in touch today. Call us at 0908 826 5049, 0908 826 5049, or email info@web.ng. That is, in capital letters, info@wep.ng. We Entertainment Production Limited, where beautiful things happen.
Okay, welcome back. Still a conversation on bullying in the Nigerian school system. Let's just see if we can play one of those excerpts for you from what happened in that school, Lead British Academy school. Let's see if we can play this. Oh my, just slapping here. You can hear the sound of the slap. That's the slap right there. And they're filming it. All right, let's pay some bills. We'll be right back.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Hi there, parents. Did you know that your child may not always get all the nutrients they need from their diet, and some children are picky eaters? This is why you should give your child Well Kids Smart Chewable Tablets, which is a food supplement from Vitabiotics UK. It contains 21 vitamins and minerals to contribute to brain development and support optimum growth. Choose Well Kid for smart kids. It is available in all leading retail pharmacies nearest to you.
I, Larry, do promise to take this tear rubber SUV with a V8 engine and 0 mileage to be my baby, to drive from this day forward, and full tank and fuel scarcity, to love and cherish and protect it with a Leadway Motor Insurance. If you love your car, show it. Visit auto.leadway.com to get your motor insurance in 2 minutes. Leadway Assurance, ensuring happiness since 1970.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined boy. You have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to 2 players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. I want to tell you, well done. You won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347 *880 *3 hash. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Money Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347 *880 *3 hash. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
Every parent wants to see their child growing up happy and healthy. Introducing Renzo Vitamins for Kids, a secret to your child's daily nutrition and boundless joy. With Renzo Vitamins, your child will have the energy to embrace every moment and unlock their full potential. Give your child a head start in life with Renzo Vitamins for Kids, because a happy child is a healthy child.
Renzos!
Hey. If you wanna study abroad with ISO, E-class day for you, no doubt. If you wanna study abroad with ISO, E-class day for you, no doubt.
My brother, my sister, don't come with a better opportunity for you where one go, but don't you for education with shaking money without wahala. A-class limited don't land the to carry you go UK, Ireland, Canada, and USA to bring down your dream compass. A-class limited go do all your paper and consumer you work permit after you don't finish your school. Everybody go meet A-class limited. The Lagos office day for 299. Akin look by this rate of Ido Martins, Victoria Island, Lagos. Telewire them on 081 161 77789. Also for Suite 16, Ogba Shopping Arcade, Ogba Ikeja, Lagos. Telephone 081 161 77787. www.aclass.com for them website. A-class limited. Na dem be baba.
Every morning, na better chance to carry your hustle go higher level. So, make you start your day with the correct taste of Nescafe. Start strong, finish strong. Nescafe.
Attention, Lagos! Get ready for the ultimate celebration at the Family Fun Fiesta edition of the Run for the Future Marathon. On the 27th of April 2024, join us at the Muriel Kuala Park in Victoria Island for a day packed with excitement, fitness, and family fun. Whether you're a seasoned runner or just want to join in the fun, this event is for everyone. Plus, it's ARM's 30th anniversary. So what are you waiting for? Register now at rftf.arm.com.ng. That's rftf.arm.com.ng. ARM, invested in your tomorrow. Say goodbye to charging fears with Infinix Note 40 fast charging, ensuring you're powered up from boardrooms to hangouts. Enjoy the stunning 108 megapixel iOS zoom camera and capture memorable moments every day. There's more. Purchase the Infinix Note 40 and get a 3 months free subscription to Showmax to enjoy all the action of the English Premier League football matches and the latest blockbuster movies.
What are you waiting for? Head over to any authorized Infinix retail store nationwide and get your Infinix Note 40 today. Terms and conditions apply.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though, school is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
And you said you should not just be snatch out of it. Thank you.
Marry me now. No ugly ranting. And he died. The boy's name. And he died. And he died. Boy's name. Look, one time. Left, right.
This is Dr. Red.
Left, right. What's the boy's name? What's the boy's name?
Well, I was going to talk about it.
What's the boy's name?
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Well, apparently what it seems is like the victim of the bullying or the physical assault, may have said that someone broke the heart of the other one, the abuser or the assaulter, and she's asking, who broke my heart? What's the boy's name? Who broke my heart? What's the boy's name? What's his name? And she's slapping him, as we can see in the video. I don't know if it's showing on our live stream. Okay, no, maybe not, I don't know, but it's online. It's online. Hear the sound of the slap. If not for the person who put out the video first, a user on X or Twitter, Moye, I do not know if the parents would have known about this. Our guest is still with us. Mr. Akin Benjamin is on the line. He is a seasoned education consultant, a school improvement and quality assurance consultant, a thought leader in the education sector. He's a teacher, first of all, as well as a consultant. Mr. Akin Benjamin, thank you very much for your time. We throw the lines open, 0201 465 7190, 0201 465 7190. But the school in question here is Lead British School, and they have campuses all over. Now, this is not to say the school is a bad place, because these things happen all over the place. Am I correct? Even in good schools. So, Mr. Akin Benjamin, am I correct?
Yes. It's not about the fact that the school is a bad school. This happens in many schools that you would not known about. So it's just that they ought to have handled it better. We don't even know whether they did. So we need to find out how they managed this.
Okay. So sometimes can we say that bullying may be more rampant in some schools than others?
Depending on the culture and the climate of such schools.
Right.
And that's why, talking about prevention, you have to foster a positive school climate where students feel safe. So if students don't feel safe and supported, and the climate of that school is not the type that is proper supervision, everything, there will be bullying to be rampant.
All right. Interesting. So you've talked about lack of discipline by schools, and teachers are not able to discipline students, and therefore they're able to get away with some of these things. Is it that the teachers are not interested in disciplining students or pupils, the schools are not interested, or their hands are tied, or both?
You see, most highbrow schools, and of course it is right to apply, positive discipline approaches, not necessarily the old type that we know of the cordial, the cane and everything. But and then parents are also asking for such things. Don't be harsh on our children. But what is the alternative? And that's why I have been at the forefront of alternative discipline strategies that you put in place. We know nobody is saying you should leave the children, without discipline. So supervision is important. Discipline is, I always say, never leave children unsupervised. It doesn't matter whether they are 15, 16, they are still children. Never leave children unsupervised. That's the mantra for my own practice. Because now, where was the boarding house personnel in charge of that place? All right? You cannot be there every minute, but, we still need to ask such a person questions. Okay? Because that girl was taking, and it looks like it's not the first time it will be happening. It's like, okay, she's used to taking such slaps and all of that. So that must have been, rampant.
Right.
Okay? So where is adult supervision? Never leave children unsupervised.
But Sir Akin Benjamin, can you supervise them every time? This looked like it was during school hours. I don't know. I'm not sure. But can you supervise them every single minute of the day?
You may not be able to supervise them every minute of the day, but what you do by mentoring when you are with them and ensuring that you create a proper climate and culture within among those that you are supervising is important. It's very important. You would have spotted bullies, and you would have would have done a lot about correcting such. So I'm not saying this cannot still happen, even with the best schools and with the best. But you see, how do you manage and how do you prevent? We must begin to talk about what do we do so that we don't have too many of this kind of things happening again. How do we prevent? Okay, because that is important. How do we prevent this from happening? At least happening, if we cannot, at least curtailing to about 98%, zero occurrence. Do you understand? So that is the thing.
All right. Interesting. Talking about discipline. One of the comments I saw online on X, I don't know if this is true, but it just can give us an idea of what some schools, what happens in some schools. Maybe not Lead British, but there's an allegation that is a big issue in the school. Someone said that maybe the school may not be taking serious action for it, and punishment could be include just packing trash, things like that. And the person feels that all those sort of kinds of punishment are not hard enough to deter pupils and students from bullying again.
And so I will share few ways to go about this. All right, from practice. Okay, and I will start from that discipline dimension. What can be done? For me, yes, if proper investigation, there should be a disciplinary committee in school that would investigate what happened, and then, of course, we may be thinking of suspension for the bully. But beyond that, some kind of therapy, advising the parents to take the child through some counseling, therapy, and all of that. School will do its part. But beyond all of that, what I put in place in schools where I see bullying is that I make them anti-bullying ambassadors. Once we are through with investigation, and then some part of the consequences that will go with that, even if you go on a suspension, you are coming back, you have designed posters and everything with which you will begin your role as an anti-bullying ambassador in school.
That is the bully. The bully.
We're talking about the bully.
Really? Will that work? So you've mentioned suspension. So I think one of your methods will be suspension. The student must be suspended.
Yeah. I mean, if it could be the person could be suspended for.
What about expulsion? Because the argument is that some of you in private school sector be it the schools or consultants, because some of the parents are highly connected. Some of them are powerful, like we're in Abuja now. Who knows whose parent is who? No. Instead of expelling such a student from the school totally, they just give them a little suspension, and they consider that a slap on the wrist.
You also want to see schools exist. Schools are like hospitals. You also want to see whether you can help. Do you understand? So you don't, except the person is a repeat offender. Now, what I am trying to explain is, if we make you an anti-bullying ambassador after you come back from a few days of suspension, you are addressing the entire school, you are going from class to class, you have your posters designed about anti-bullying, and you are talking to others about it, and all of that.
Mr. Akin Benjamin, what happened to giving the person a cutlass, what we used to call langa-langa in my school days, to go to the football field and clear the entire field?
Expulsion is part of it, depending on the gravity of the bullying. Do you understand? If once you've got into the dimension of using weapons, no, you cannot stay. Expulsion straight.
No, I'm saying what happened to clearing the football field, the entire field, weeding it?
Why not? Why not? It could be working suspension. You may not even go home, because going home may not be it. Because there was a time when in a particular school, a boy was sent home, he was on suspension, and he went and they sent him to London to spend the week.
My God.
Yes. So sometimes it is working suspension. You are in the school, you are in school, but you are doing the work where you are assigned to do it. And there is nothing wrong with that.
Amazing.
As long as we are not inflicting pain, we're not making marks on you. We're not, we take you through proper disciplinary processes.
And will parents accept that?
You said what?
Will the parents accept that?
Yes, of course. If for example, that's why you see we need to talk about the frameworks. There should be a behavior management charter in school, a behavior management charter, a behavior discipline charter, where the parents are signed. You see, if this is not in place in schools, discipline policy, behavior policy of the school that says if this happens, these are the consequences. If this happens, these are the consequences. And parents have signed, teachers signed, the children signed. Each has a copy of his own. The teacher works within that framework. The parents know that if my child does this kind of thing, this is the consequence that comes. The child knows, and he also has a copy. That's the kind of thing we put in place for schools. And that should be in schools, so that everybody works within a framework, and everybody knows that, if this happens, this is a consequence. So at this level of bullying, this is what we do. At this other level of bullying is expulsion. So those are established, and everybody, as you are bringing your child for admission, you are taking a copy, you are going through, you are signing, and you are giving a signed part of it to the school that you agree with the disciplinary the behavior charter and the behavior policy of the school.
Interesting.
It goes beyond just writing 2 lines or 3 lines as behavior policy. You must put in place, these offenses, we capture this kind of offense, this kind of thing that happen in school. These are the consequences that go with it.
Interesting. Mr. Akin Benjamin, head of the school, that's a lead British school, Abraham Ogun Kambi. He put out a statement on behalf of the school. He said the counseling unit of the school has been asked to assist the victimized student to quickly overcome the emotional and psychological impact of the bully. The statement read in part, we are committed to providing a safe and supportive learning environment for all our students. Hence, upon learning of the incident, we initiated a process of reaching out to the victim and the family with a view to providing support, including access to counseling services to help them cope with the emotional and psychological impact of the incident. We've also immediately initiated an investigation, appointing a dedicated team to conduct a thorough inquiry into the matter. The team has been gathering information, including reviewing video footage and interviewing witnesses to understand the full scope of the incident and identify the immediate and remote causes. You think it's a good one by the school?
Fantastic. That's what the school should do. Because, see, despite all the things you have put in place, you can still have an incident. Okay, but then, so what do you do? If prevention has failed, okay, early identification has failed, what is the intervention that would come in? Do you understand? So, and I think those are steps in the right direction. I think the Lead British School is a great school, and I'm sure that they will be able to, they will be on top of it.
All right. I'm talking about counseling for the school. So I speak to adults today who still feel pain. You can sense the pain in their voice, the sadness, the anger, the trauma, who are still traumatized by episodes of bullying or physical abuse that they suffered when they were in primary school, in secondary school. Till today, it leaves a bitter taste in their mouth. In fact, I spoke to someone yesterday who said, I wish to know where those people who bullied me, who beat me up when I was in secondary school, where they are. I spoke to another person who said she had to leave the school she was because of the beating that she received. She just told the parents she wants to go and that she couldn't report. So to the authorities, and the parents had to take her out. What is the effect, the long-term effect of this physical abuse, the bullying of the kind we're seeing and talking about now?
From what we are seeing, even from people who are now coming up, opening up about their past experiences about bullying and mentioning names, those who bullied them way back in school, you know that the hurt is still there, and people still carrying such hurt. And one lady was saying, if the children of those who bullied her are in the same school with our children, that it will ensure that they visit the kind of pain the parents did to her on their children and all of that, And that's a vicious cycle of bullying. It's part of that thing that oils the wheel of that vicious cycle. Because, see, people go through bullying and they feel, well, this is how it is, and wherever it gets to, that's what I will do. So the person who was bullied is looking for an opportunity, if he's not helped by counseling, he's looking for an opportunity to bully others. And that's the truth, because it will make him feel better, feel good, if he has not gone through proper counseling and therapy, to say, no, that's not the way to handle that. And so they get to places of work and they are bullies too. So you see that it's a deep-seated thing that begins to manifest in our society. A child was bullied at home, gets to school, bullies others, grows up as an adult, is bullying people. So that's far-reaching impact.
Okay, even the victim now becomes a bully in life.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Akin Benjamin, please hold the thought. We want to take a call here at 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning, Kofi.
Yes, welcome. Very quickly, please, your contribution. Very quickly.
Mario is my name. I want to say thank you to the teacher. He's done a good job. It means that we are not thorough enough. The Bible says, beat the beast out of the child. We, our own generation, I'm in my 60s, came up and suffered through corporal punishment. Now, we came through the hand of slavery, where our fathers' hands were shackled, their mouths were locked, and all those stories. All those things, how has it been contributed to bullying in the country? Two, what about the fact that the mental structure of children are not the same? A lot of them, like I said, okay, they have a psychology and all those things. How does it affect the children among themselves? If one intelligent a child with anxiety disorder is discovered and he wants to become a doctor by the parents, all these things, how does it contribute?
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
To the children.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Interesting. How does it contribute to the children in their future? Hello, good morning. Yes.
Morning, sir.
Welcome.
Yes, Lucky Lola from Bartels.
Very quickly, please.
Yes, what I don't understand here is how people will call the crime and things what I'm putting on.
Luckily, your line isn't good. Please call back 0201. Sorry about that, bro. 0201 465 7190. A message here says bullying is very common in boarding schools. I worked as a teacher in a boarding school, and the kind of bullying I saw was alarming. And the annoying thing is that most teachers are powerless to act because the management do not other than yell at the teachers for scolding a child. Okay, cheap in Keja, so they don't allow the teachers to discipline the students. 99.3, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. Please
go. Morning, Mr.
Good morning.
Kofi.
Welcome.
Good morning to your guest as well.
Good morning.
This is Mr. Zoboli calling from Ikorodu. Hello?
Yes, please go on. Please go on.
Okay. Honestly, I just want to commend your guest and you for a lot of questions you've asked and a lot of explanations he has done this morning. Also, while we were in secondary school, we were being bullied, but we didn't really know it was bullying. The person that was supposed to be my school mother was even the one bullying me, taking up my spouse. But I couldn't report to anybody. Because I was just in GS1. She was in SS1, SS2, yeah. and so took my blanket, took my provisions and everything.
Mm.
So I really didn't even know then it was bullying.
Mm. You thought it was just normal school, senior, junior relationship.
And she was supposed to be my school mother, for God's sake. So somebody to protect me, and the person was even the one bullying me. So I really didn't reconcile it.
Thank you.
But my question is...
Very quickly, please. You're out of time.
It's not as if this is not happening in these other average schools. Why is it always happening in elite schools? Is it because people there are not really on ground to, monitor the children?
So why is it happening in elite schools? We have time.
Before a bully is being reported.
Thank you very much. Mr. Benjamin, she's asking why it's happening in elite schools mostly. Is it true that it happens mostly in elite schools?
It happens everywhere, especially boarding schools. Boarding schools. It happens everywhere, especially boarding schools. Day schools, because day schools, teachers are there with them and children are going home, may not be as prominent, but not as pronounced. But boarding schools, so much goes on. And that's why you need to find out what kind of boarding school you want to send your child and be part of and be close. Ensure that you're close to, and then talking about reporting. You see, those are the kind of solutions that we need to be. There must be a way whereby anonymous reporting should be encouraged. Every school that I advise, I tell them to have a box where children can drop, where they can have reports drop, and there is a designated officer who has access to the box, who can pick out what children, like whistleblower procedure, where they can drop things in a box. Is a good thing. It could be the principal, it could be head of school. You just come in, pick your things, maybe on 2 days or 3 days, and you check what is there so that you can quickly investigate what is going on. Sometimes maybe through the light, but you cannot, ignore whatever is put in such boxes. Anonymous reporting, and then there's a lot. I spoke about putting policy in place that everybody has signed, and the consequences that will follow things. We talked about, creating a positive behavior and social-emotional learning environment. You need to have increased adult supervision in areas where, in hostels or areas where you think bullying is reported often. All of those things have a way of detecting early. Look at the child is behaving somehow. You quickly understand what is going on. This child is looking unkept. This child is withdrawn. Teachers need to know how to detect what is going on with children. Like I used to tell people, I said, it is Maslow before Bloom's. You need to know the state of your children before you begin to demand the expectations of the learning objectives from them. So teachers need to be trained to do all of that. And then putting interventions in place. Interventions, and then teaching children. You can create an atmosphere that fosters a better relationship between children. You treat them as restorative justice. You prepare children for peer intervention.
All right. Peer-to-peer, interventions. Mr. Akin Benjamin, Educationist consultant, school improvement and quality assurance consultant. Thank you so very kindly for your time this morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. It does. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio.